Hello everyone, this is Tara, and this is a video I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and hopefully I'm pulling this together now. Okay, so a few weeks I showed everybody a little short video, minute video of my conversation as before I had an event. So I went an event, and it was about 2 hours, and there was a lot of talking, and there was a lot of motion, and there's lots of people, and I loved it because I'm an extrovert. But even during the conversation, I knew that my words were getting more difficult to pronounce. And by the time I was finished the event, I almost could sleep in the car as my son was driving home. I was so exhausted. So I was a good girl, and I kept my promise, and I took a little video of what my words are like after I have lots of talking. So this happens if I do my speech therapy or my counseling or some of my volunteering training. I have about an hour or an hour and a half, and then it gets very hard. Okay. So I talk about my injury as a separate thing because I just do. It's what I think about. So the part of my broke up brain where the stroke happened left me with this deficit in language. I think about it, the image of a sponge. So imagine that I have a sponge in the middle of my left part of my brain. And it allows me go through my good thinking, my normal thinking brain. What's going to go here? Brain thing. And then, but everything has to go through the processes through the injury. At some point, it has to come out through the either processing in the speeching, or it has to I have to type it out or write it out. So any communication has to go through the sponge. Now, if you think about a sponge when you see a sponge for the first time, it's built with air pockets, and the air goes through the sponge. So if you had a sponge and blow through it, you could put air through those holes. That is what words are like. That when I'm starting to talk is like just air going through the holes in the sponge. When the more words I use, the sponge starts becoming saturated. Even just from the condensation of the breathing, it starts to get it clogged up and saturated with all the number of words. So there's no much easy air coming through those holes because they're getting clogged up with condensation. And so it makes it feel like the words are like swimming now to go through the injury. And it makes it more difficult to get the words through the injury anymore, because the injury is getting more and more blocked with every communication. whether that's typing or sending a text message or talking. It just makes it more difficult. So this is why I talk about my injury as something that happens in my body, but is separate from my body. Maybe I should talk to my psychologist to say that or not. Maybe that's not a good thing to do. But I think about it really as a knot of kind of neurons that have just gotten all knotted together and into like a saturated sponge. Maybe this is helpful to you. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not being helpful. Thank you for anybody who is getting help from my aphasia videos. I like doing this, and I'm curious. I'm just crazy curious about what is happening in my brain. And also, while I'm trying to figure it out, I'm also trying to use that new different pathways of the different communication pathways in different part of my brain. Anyway, you can check out my last video where I asked, where did all the numbers go? Because they're all gone. I can't find numbers. Anyway, I hope you're having a very good day. And thank you for taking the time. And thank you very much for loving me. Thanks. Bye.